boy, where you watch? Look where you watch. Know where you watch. Choose the right thing to watch. And this enough to watch. Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan, Facebook and YouTube. And that enough to watch. The movie star fly take off from Pelpa Time TV said that. Boom!
A big sound, a big tune.
Ja holy Emmanuel I woy. Ja Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go busting out them head again. So much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy will come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from me tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon, well, the Gideon go busting out them head. I listen, I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we know war, not every...
Blow, Mr. Gargan, blow. Blow till me dance up me toe.
This is Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan. Good, healthy food with the X Factor. So give it a like, share, subscribe, and touch up that notification bell. And that is it. Look at that.
Deliver me from my enemy, my God. Set me an eye from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from the bloodthirsty men. For behold, the lion wait for my soul. The mighty gather themselves together against me, not for my disobedience, not for my sin, Lord. I have done no wrong, yet they are ready to attack me. Rise up, behold, and help me. You, Lord God of armor, the God of Israel, rouse yourself to punish the nation. Show no mercy to the wicked, traitor, sealer. They return at evening, howling like dogs, and prowl around the city. Behold, they spat with their mouth, so they are in their lips, for they say, Who art us? But you, Lord, laugh at them, you scruff of all the nation. O my strength, I wish for you, for God is my high tower. My God will go before me with his loving kindness. God will let me look at my enemy in triumph. Don't kill them, or my people may forget. Scatter them by their power, and bring them down, Lord, our shield. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them be catched in their pride. For the curses and lie which they utter. Consume them in wrath, consume them, and they will be no more. Let them know that God rules in Jacob to the ends of the earth. Selah. At evening let them return, let them howl like a dog, and go around the city. They shall wander up and down for food, and wait all night, if they ain't satisfied. But I will sing of your strength, yes, I will sing aloud of your loving kindness in the morning. For you have been my high tower, a refuge in the day of my distress. To you, my strength, I will sing praises. For God is my high tower, the God of my mercy, Selah.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also. I do not support corruption. Corruption takes money away from children's education. It deprives hospitals of basic necessities. It means that roads are not fixed. Corruption deepens inequality. It siphons off taxpayers' money to make a few cronies richer with the political connections instead of benefiting the people. This government has been doing everything it can to weaken and undermine the Integrity Commission, which is an institution that I designed as Minister of Justice and brought the legislation to Parliament to fight corruption in this country. I have said it before and I will tell you again. Jamaica cannot move forward without a government built on integrity that embraces principles of good governance in this country.
Whoa. Somebody ball out one. Somebody say take them out. Lift your hand and say mighty God. Reverse them. Move them. Pull them out. Spray them out. every cockroach, every rat, every criminal, reverse them, every chichi boy, pull them out of parliament, every criminal, every scammer, every political scammer whose account can't count, all of them whose account can't count, back them out, spray them, they push them, some push up in our parliament, run them out, I drink out the milk, pull them out, pull them out, mighty God, reverse them, indict them, mighty God, mighty God, mighty God, Holy Ghost, send a Holy Ghost, I spit them, deport them out of God's house. Some people in there want get deported back of the yard, send them back, Jezebel, Delilah, send them back of the yard, Ahab, send them back anywhere they come from. Kingston, St. Andrew, Portland, St. Mary.
Yes,
Up and running, up and gunning. Sticky Stucky Sweet TV, Keith Gargan, Cassava, PUSHOVER up and running. Blessed, blessed, blessed Saturday evening to each and every one and myself to give thanks and praises. Still here, you know what I mean? To see another day and can have another chat. So we up and running, up and gunning. So I try to go back in time now with a video from about over 2 years ago. And we kind of see when me usually talk about some things about the opposition kind of slow and make them people angle them some way. But me kind of see some things, and what me see is like the JLP did want to really try to wreck the PNP party, and them check some money could do it, because what them do 2020 money talk, and them are 49 and them only have 14, so them come now and say, well then they must try everything because them are 14 and them do everything. There's why them pass so much things. Most of the things them, and the PNP them have to just sit aside and look and watch what go on, because that was a big advantage, you know. And me look at it and I say, blood clot. So, you know, you can say when the PNP was only 14 MP against 49 criminal, and still wasn't a pushover. Them still wasn't a pushover, to be truthful. Because remember, you know, it's a big, big advantage that, you know, believe you me, you know, when you are the government and, you know, you have the angle to spend the money and you are 49 against 14. It's very crowdy. It's very rascal, distressful as well to we the people out there who look, who support the PNP party and see what go on. But to be truthful, if they even did really, them angle it away. I mean, I see certain things now because they really want to mash it up. And Juliet Wallace, boy, I mean, I tell you, you know. And next thing again, you know, more I'm saying, you see, when people call people dunce, people think say, well, it is when people can't read them dunce, you know. Nah, man, you know, you can't read and write good, and you still a dunce. So you don't want people to take it, because some people might take it away there, you know. When a man say, oh, a person sound dunce, I'm dunce, or whatever. No, you know, work like that. The person who, even though he go to school and have a good common sense, will brighter than them people. So, in at the end of the day, when you call a minister dunce, people don't want to take it no way. You can't dunce than him and call him dunce because you're wiser than him. So you have more sensible than him. And the reason I say this still, you know, because you have the two people who responsible, who run the country, husband and wife, one of the House Speaker, the chair of the House, one of the Prime Minister, and they're all loggerhead, and they must use bullyism to get through the day and get through whatever time they want to get through, both husband and wife, because there are two loggerheads. Because the reason I say that, you know, we know Andrew Wallace lie out of teeth. He just lie and him enjoy telling lie. Look like that give him a kicks. And that's something you see it, you know. It's just like when somebody really is a coke addict. And no matter what you do to them, you can't get them off of the rascal to kick it. Them just constantly after to get them fixed. And that's Andrew Wallace with the lies. So he lies so a new team right now. Him just knows him just tell it brawling and fucking smile. And then what make it worse, the people them, that's how the people them, MPs them, who have benefit from the corruption, cheer him on. And laugh and bang, bang, bang. So that me I talk about, you know. So he immune to that, to telling lie. So it's nothing to him again. Because when a brother come out and say, you can get a bottle of water for $20. Brawling like that. The ruler hear him in a parliament. Because he must try to counteract Mark Golden And you see, that's why I come here and say I draw back for this video. Just say them thief election other day. But you see, when them fall from for them face, you know, it's going to be a fall. Because Mark Golden say, you know, you can buy this bottle of water in a corner shop or people on the street. It's $100. And from blood clot, you know, from them I sell water for $100. We should Andrew Wallace get water for $20. $20 is, remember, you know, this is not the 90s, you know. It's not the 90s. Where $20 those years of the 90s was a paper money. Now $20 is a little rascal kind. Small. If you drop on the ground, you can't hardly see it. People walk over that every day. $20 is like nothing really. To be truthful, yeah, let me tell you something, you know. This brother come and say you can't get a bottle of water for $20 and $44. We are in Jamaica. Water is $100, $140, $150 too. Depends on where you go. And this man will come up and tell you, so you can get a bottle because I want to counteract Mark Golden, because Mark Golden put him on his spot the other day. Put him on the spot the other day and him never like it. So then come and plan some little gimmicks now. Because that's how them run them politics, you know. No facts, nothing in a way matter about. Just pure lies, just to satisfy himself and him dirty supporters them. Because him get a big grass clad 2-0 other day. And the man come with some little fucking shit now. And come and talk about you can get a bottle of water for $20. And when people do the research now, the people who the water commission people them don't sell the water, them just have it for promotion. And him carry come in the parliament and hold it up and I drink it and I say you can't get it for $20. Because I want to counteract Mark Golden. True to him talk. Because the man tell the truth. Him tell the truth and also you see, that's what I say, you know, big up yourself, Mark Golden, because at least, to be truthful, a lying lips is an abomination, you know. And it can a rascal catch up on truthfulness. Because it look like this brother, you're addicted to lie. And when you're addicted to drink, you're addicted for fucking drugs. You're addicted. Anything you're addicted to, you're just addicted. You can't be trusted. So for him lie when I tell, it's like nothing to him. It's like nothing to him. He's an addicted liar. Because there's nowhere in Jamaica you can't get a bottle of water for $44. Where the $4 come from? Why is $4? You see him so stupid and jackass. That's why I said them you call dunce. Because no matter how much blood clot university you go, you can't read and write good. You still a fucking dirty dunce. They come and talk them fucking things there. And I laugh. And then MP them a cheer and a beat this. Dex. What the fuck is this? Eh? Because if you 2 bottles of water, if you buy 2 bottles of water, you're gonna blood clot be dearer than a blood clot girl and a gas in it. Or whatever gas, whatever. It's gonna be dearer. Because $180 for a gallon of gas. So if 2 bottles of rascal water is 100, I mean I say, you know, remember, you know, some places sell it for 100, depends on where you're going, you know. Because I see water sell in Jamaica for 140, 150. And them know that. Which part you can go to Jamaica and get a bottle of water for $20 and $44. And the man come in the parliament and really push that just to get back at something for Mark Golden. Gimmicks. Instead of come with policy, I come with gimmicks. And this is the Prime Minister who have vision. And that's my try to show that all the people, Jamaica people so divided and really buy them things there. And you're gonna find the defenders, them like dirty, what they call about over nationwide. I try to defend it. Because 2 bottles of water is $200. So the gas, a gallon of gas is what? 180. So it must fucking dearer, water dearer than fucking and Jamaica is the land of wood and blood clot water. So Mark Golden right to come up with that. So you see, when you come, Mark going to come with the truth and facts now, simple thing, then try to come with gimmicks to counteract it and feel like say, well, then. And now he look like an idiot. Because everybody is that this is one of the biggest bite of the week, you know. This is one of the biggest bite of the week. Because everybody are debate that now. Where in Jamaica you can get water for $20 and $44. Mark always come out and tell the truth. Because anyway, upon the car, you never see nothing, you know, so anywhere at the corner shop, or people, if you got bag walk, and you're going to flat bridge and people up on the roadside, and must sell water, I want you to blood clot and $100 feed from a longer time. And not today. And in the 90s, this brother, when $20 was paper money. So Andrew Wallace, him so blood clot lie, so him lie to him teeth, and him shot himself in him one foot. How him feel now? Whether then again, you know, remember, you know, a liar than a thief and a shame too tough, you know. And that's him, you know. Yeah. So him come out and do anything if he get clout. Because I want to put back one over Mark Golan. Mark Golan put one pan him. Where is it? That was the facts. Plain truth. Because I fucking 100 and more than that for a buckle of water from a longer time. And not today. So who shot him come, who shot him get there? Only him alone can get that $20 buckle of water. A shit water you drink. It must be shit water your blood clot drink. Yeah. It must be the shit water you drink, brother. But you get blood clot water. Eh? You get buckle of water for $20. Look at $20. $20 can buy a blood clot ice mint. So you gonna sell buckle of water? Who gonna sell buckle of water for $20? Or you wanna make profit? If you have a shop, a little corner shop, then look at the logic of it. And you gonna sell a house of water. Do you want a whole of raw water in your fridge? For just $20? Or you make money off of that? Which bomber cloud fool? What the brother is so stupid that I would my prime minister, man. Eh? And I lead raw country. And the people that make them blood clot, man. Yeah. Because them things no liberation to come out and lick out against them things, yeah. And give him bomber clot walking blood clot march. But no, because them so divided and fucking fool, them go with it and them can't get a bucket of water. Them look a hungry belly labor right there when I never go run with it. And go like a tree attack. And when them thirsty and then they on the road, them go plug out them can't find $100 blood clot dollar. Them have to squeeze and beg. But them now go tell you, well, then I fuck you talking, Prime Minister. Although I support you, you're talking fuckery. You cannot get a bucket of water for $20. Nowhere. It's $100 for water from a longer time now. So this brother just tell lie because he addicted to lie. He's an addicted liar. He's an addicted fucking liar. I remember, you know, this is a guy who say, he's going to move the ass clad minimum wage on 2 stages. From 16,000 to 18,500. And when come with yesterday, $1,000. So you see, remember, you know, and him talk before he say, look. Him talk before he say, look, the third term that him campaign upon, you know, was going to be the people term because they full them cry already. They full them cry already, you know. So the third term was going to be the people terms. So where's the prosperity? From when I talk about prosperity what? Prosperity for yourself. So anyway, we can't talk about Liar Andrew because that man eat lie, drink lie, walk lie, sleep blood clot lie. What else him do lie? I don't fucking know. because though him think him a blood clot, sleep with Juliet Wallace. I'm going to try to put out a brave face because you can see Juliet Wallace, now Rascal to give him. But they must have play a game because they want to stay in a power. And that's all I'm do. Because I know him sleep in a different room. Him couldn't tell when last him get peace from Juliet Wallace. Because she wear the pants. Not what you do with Rhoda Crawford. You think that because we know woman stay. You know, and special you do everything to bring back Rhoda in a fucking power. That must blood clot cause an next trauma again in your relationship. Because you do everything to bring back Rhoda, you know. Buy out at the election there, you know. Because Rhoda could never win fairly. When they won't give one council she have down there. Because she done with a buyout, and then you buy out the election and man will she win the seat. Well, she should have win. She back in her power. And then you plot a pointer in a government. So you think the Juliet go like that? So you gonna play, and Juliet Wallace gonna play balls and play certain things for fool Jamaican people them. For stay in a power, because money make the mayor run, and power, everybody want power. So she go overlook that, but we're not having a good brass class relationship at home. We can look through that and see that, no matter when I come with. So, you know, I don't tell people out there about a waste on you. Because what I want to do is crush the PMP in this election. And that's why the big thing I want to do other day with the boss them, $1.4 billion. That was a trick, you know. 3-card trick. Them play upon the Rascal Jamaican people. But everything, anyway, the Auditor General I go come out with the fucking I'm not gonna say what I go say. Because I don't use that money, and that's why some of the bus, that's why how much bus not that Jamaica yet. We use the same money and run the election and TV election. $1.4 billion. That we use, and so we can't fucking find the bus them and use up on the people them. All these things, you know. But me say we can't go on, you know. Because funny time I come. Funny time I come. So that was a big trick. About 110 old bus. That was a way, on plan this to get money to blood clot, run the election. Right? And that's what go on. Everybody get PR, police, every blood clot body to do something that would benefit you people. And it's way and it do. Digicel, all of them. All of one in it. All of it, because 1.4 billion blood clot dollar and a monkey money, you know. And a little bit of money that, you know. So everybody can get a piece for them pay off. To do them blood clot. Dirty work. Internet people them. And that go on, you know. So I know when I do this was planned. And next thing again, you know. So we done with you right now. Because we don't want to mash the blood clot PMP in this election we're gone and check so well then them gonna wipe them out completely. That's what I was planning to do. That's why when I come with this bus argument, we're not gonna pay a feet though, you know. Believe you me, we're not gonna fucking pay a feet. $1.4 billion and you got blood clot. We're gonna use some blood clot run election because we don't want to wipe out the PMP from 14 and 7 from 14 to about 6. And that's when I was trying. But it never worked. It backfired. Instead of that happening, PMP gained 14 more. So them well strong now. And clip on a blood clot wing. I know. I see it. When you think when I was on a roller coaster. I think it wasn't a roller coaster. Because when we look on the old video them, when PMP was only 14 seats against 49, and say on a behave with Juliet Wallace. So when I was planning for this election and the the road you go down in go down in right now is to really deceive the Jamaican taxpayers them just to stay in power. Because that you do. By use the rascal and that was election money. About 1.4 billion for bus, old bus. We never have nothing better to do. And that and people buy that, and defend it, and that me can't take. So when I come with that now and say, well then, yo, can know things say, well then, yeah. Only things I'm going to say, mash up the PMP party and move them from 14 to at least, or even 7. Yeah, just a 7. Can't be 6 or 7. And that's what I was looking for and check say, well, it was going to happen. Can I have it planned? Want to have it planned in every way if you do that. And Andrew want to say a master of trying to do that, Yeah, and they say, well, let's get mashed up. So that means when them do that now, this is the way what they want to do. The road don't want to go down in and say, well, then, all right, this is the way, we have to spend some money and get them out, because it's easy, So we find the money. We don't mind if we blow clot taxpayer. So you see, I'm going to say how it go when the Auditor General come out with a report. Where that money they get, where it go, how it spend and things like that. Because you going to come out. There are balls that try to keep him out blood clot shut. Do have no receipt for sure. All him coming to Parliament with him big mouth and things like that. But him have to go blood clot stand up to it when he come. Don't worry. But it never work as I want it to work. Only was want to wipe out the PMP to at least 7. So cut the fucking 14 now to 7. And that's what I was planning for. And I was trying to going at it really, really hard with money. But me tell you, say, yeah, money can't just buy some money, now go buy all. Yeah, man. Because Jamaica people are not yet, We have a lot of evil in the midst. But, want to try every blood clot thing. Everybody try everything in some diplomatic form. Want to try it. Right? Some nice way. Come on, man. Well, you see, backfire power, brother. Backfire bad. We don't also want the blood clot, don't want to wipe out the PMP from 14 to at least 7. So if we don't have 7 at them over there, so the constitution is not gone easily. And that's what we don't want to do, because we can't beat Mark Wallen because I'm standing up for that. Because if he was soft and push over, we don't get the constitution through already. But you see, this is a way we're not trying to plan. We say, well, then, all right, we have to go hard now and see if we can just weaken them some more. Make them up at least 7. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is, Yeah, I'm tell you some of them people, I think them are rascal easy. You think them easy? Them plan this fucking thing. So what them want this time is 57 seat against 7. Yo! Yeah, man, that them a work final. Them plan them things. Come here, look on it and I dissect and I see it and I know say well then. Come here, look back on some old video and I say, oh, okay, them people, that's why I say PMP play that smart way, because I see where Robinson call for them. Them people are really clever, I play dirty politics, them fucking play, Just like Siago, Andrew come with that dirty thing. But I'm telling you people, when film time come, it's not gonna pretty, it's not gonna be nice. So him can't go on. Cause remember, it's not who laugh, not who first laugh, Let me tell you that, and that's a serious thing. So you can't go on, Cause you see it start to, reaction start to taking already. But me know a person like that, them don't want to do. That's why them do that. 1.4 billion for all buses, and them still don't get the amount of bus them still. A lot of them out there start out. Where the fucking rest of bus them there? And Valls tell all kind of lies, say The bus them supposed to be there by January gone long time. Right? But they use it up in the election and thought them going to use that. Thought them going to use it and wipe out the PMP some more. From 14 to 7 now. So if them have 14 to 7, them will have 56 seats. And then the PMP them couldn't really block nothing too tough. They just take them time and screech it in the needs, the constitution, the half-baked constitution, because that's how these people play the politics. Especially Andrew Wellness. But you see, you come off in a pump and pride. You get a blood clot beaten. Yeah, man, you get a beaten. So the church say we plan to do that, to wipe out PMP and try to bring them to 7 seats or more or less. But what them do? Them gain bomber clot 14 more upon 14. So we have a blood clot, we never know what's coming. So me tell you something, people. Them people think so them smart and clever, you know. And them are use Jamaica people to divide them. And them not get nothing too tough. And come and tell peer lie, spread peer propaganda, and talk a lot of shit. So me not understand. These people are dunce. So let me tell you again, people. It's not because people can read and write and them go to college or university. So when people say them dunce, it's just like you say, well, you're educated but you're fool. And Andrew one of them. And Juliet are one of them too. So the two dumbest people them in charge of Jamaica. Because remember, you know, Juliet Wallace says she call a pint of order.
My granny used to tell me. My granny used to tell me, say, if you not go under fall rules, fall can't shit pan you.
Serious thing. You up now. Juliet Wallace, you see the standing order, people supposed to know that, you know. She does, Andrew Wallace does parachute her in, get her a seat, she win the seat, then them do something when they could never happen in a civilized country. Then she come be the House Speaker. Not once but twice. And I want thing me I say, them the first time them do it, she get away with it. But the second time, the opposition them should more unite. She said that can't go on. All that me never like neither. But this woman here come in a parliament and a call to stand pint of order. Oh, you can't call for pint of order and use the speaker. And she never know that. She never know that, you know. And that's why PMP have to study the standing order more carefully and know. Because this woman don't know what she's doing. She just make up them own law. Just like our police come on the street when supposed to be there to serve and protect. And when them come, they make up them own law on the spot when they're in the book. And sometimes them get away with it because people don't know them rights. People don't know them rights. And that's why GLP want to keep these people on a check where they don't want to move further to get knowledge. Man, they want Jamaican to get knowledge. Him preach that. That's why I'm doing free education. That's why I'm Brass Cloud bringing Jamal. So you see, all the people who dark, like a midnight, can come out and learn something. But we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want them scared dunce. And then, you know, we can use that for an advantage over them. Because once them don't know certain things, because some of them people are here, that's why Andrew Wellness like to talk big words when I mean nothing, you know, to poor people, you know. And then when poor people hear them talk them big words, you know, them don't understand a fuck. They dunce them. They really, really dunce them out there and fool. But them say, oh yeah, because they don't understand nothing about big words to break it down. And at that them use from them. Them use the big word from them and then them try to keep them done the same way. Just like the woman said that day, in West Kingston, 75% of the youth them can't read. Now have a birth certificate, but yet them vote. All these nasty fucking shit. I look what Juliet Wallace trying to do with Valerie Curtis, the house clerk. Fight against the woman so and push out the woman for bringing her like a blood clot, yellow name low. I pay fucker go on, brother. But let me tell you something. Me always know say well then wicked have to go down in a certain way, no matter how long them reign. How long the wicked can reign over people. People have to look on them things there now. When for them time come to fall, it's not gonna pretty. Because the people are too evil and dangerous. How can a prime minister who are the head of the country where people are listening to? We know him line, I pay lime tail, but him can't come into the house and try if he want to get back one pan leader, the opposition leader, because him show him up other day. I never like it. And then come and go plan some little idiot gimmicks and I drink water in the parliament. I must shit water and drink anyway. And I talk about you can't get a bottle of water for $20. Imagine that. How can a prime minister come out and talk them things there? I'm really happy with that. And I know so well then it's going to be a backlash for him. Because that going out there right now, you know. He's like a mocking stick, you know. Because there's no in a Jamaica you can't, because people are going to use that out there now. Oh, the prime minister just say you can't get water for $20. And you're going to hear the argument. And that's how go on. So we call it a sticky bite of the week, this. Yeah, man. Sticky, stocky bite of the fucking week, this. A bottle of water for $20 and $44.
This a the comedy it. We no pirate it, we no imitate it. Why you feel know we originate?
Yeah, man, it's a blood clot comedy. There must be a comedy show this. Him put on. Must be a comedy show Andrew put on another day. Now, sir. Bottle of water for $20 to drink. And you see how simple, you see how simple anybody with some little common sense can work it out. And them brothers, them educated fool, they're dunce. No matter how much you can read and write, he's a fucking dunce. We come talk that. You know, you're supposed to think what you say before you open your fucking stinking mouth. That's all me I try to say. Yeah, man, you're supposed to know what you say. Because me have a corner shop now. I mean, I sell water, because water is important. Water is life, right? And the country is a hot country. And we know that from a long time. Because I remember, you know, you like go to school and things like that, and boom, boom. First thing you want to do, if you get recess, you got blood clot, go to the fucking pipe. People have to put them under there and drink water. Because you need water. So water is something where people are going to sell. And people have to sell. And people need. Right? So if you have, if me have a shop, a corner shop now, and me I do make a business and a hustle. So if me go fill up my blood clot fridge, because you're not going to sell water alone, you know. You're going to sell all different soft drink. So when me go fill up my blood clot fridge with bottle of water for only $20, what me gonna make that? A waste of time that, you know. And that big head blood clot knows boy don't run a sense to come in a parliament and tell them things there. So you say if you go tell lie, try to make the lie sound away and look away. But you don't have sense, brother. Or me go have a rascal like a business. And water one main thing to sell where people buy. So you have a fridge or a freezer. And you have a lot of water in it. So you want to, you go full of bottle of water where you're going to make, or you're going to make money. You know, say one big head bud. Andrew will say one kuno money, you know. He's a kuno mono and he's a nono coat. Believe you me. You're a kunumono and you're a nono code for your prime minister. Come on, man. No matter how you fucking lie and fool, you're supposed to check out the things first before you can open your mouth. But you want to get back one per mark golden and you don't care how you get it back. You come with all kind of shit. And the people them around you are kick and laugh and can't see and tell us well in a fucker that you ever talk. Come on. Find a different mate if you come with, if you want to try to get back one per mark golden. Don't know with that, brother. How am I gonna do business and have a fridge and I sell water? Because I know say me rascal at me tell you something else. Them brother, yeah, me tell you something, boy, me I tell you, you know. Me I tell you to blood clot, boy. Yo. How you gonna make money out of that? How you gonna make money out of that? A bottle of water for $20. How? So if you sell 5 bottles of water, you want to say $100. 10 bottles of water is $200. So all of the water that pack up in your fridge and waste and I take up space. How you gonna make a living? Andrew Wallace said no common sense. How you gonna make a living? I don't waste of time that but you know what? Me never know say rascal a big man can show up himself like this, so blood clot, fool, and laghead and big head. For your prime minister. All them things that piss me off, you know, because me feel shame. Although I'm not a labor right, but you no matter you're a leader for the country, we have to respect that same way. Might as well do anything you want to talk about you and debate about you, that's different, but you're still the leader. But come on, man, when you talk them things here, it sound really bagga. It sound really weird. No, sir. Can't look good. Can't sound good. And where's below club, brother? I get them things from 100 blood clot dollar for your bottle of water, $150, $140. Some place, you know, you're gonna get a water if it's certain venue and certain places where it's in demand. You have to pay for it. Because if you want it, you're gonna have to pay for it. So it depends on where it is. So when you come talk about water for $20 and $44, kiss me neck, but boy. I never know say I don't hear this from a blood clot lead them out just to get a props. Nothing else. Yeah. You and your wife, two dunce. I'm say already, you know. People don't think so well then because people can't read and write and them go fucking college or whatever. They that are dunce, you know. Because Juliet and him, two blood clot dunces. Because she come out of the day as well and say, I call out for point of order. And she's the speaker. How can a speaker call me point of order? Yo, no. How can a speaker call me point of order? Is a member of the call me point of order. Speaker have to really give the point of order if it's a point of order. So that's how when you're saying people have done some food out of them around the country. Woman talk to her mouth. Point of order. And she's the speaker. Then I must have blood clot big dunce that. The two of them here don't make one. But anyway, that Jamaica choose. Another cycle. Who is me if you talk about it? But yeah, we can't talk about it. But who is me if you change it? Put it that way there. You kind of really rascal weird. Yeah, man, you kind of rascal weird. Anyway, this video is a video from what? Over 2 years now, you know. But we want to dissect it and see what go on. And, you know, this is when the PMP was 14 MP against 49. Yeah. So I like to draw back to them things and just dissect certain things now. But as I'm saying, what they did want to do is crush the PMP party to nothing. And they try to use the money and do it. The bus money where them talk about and do it, I never work. They try everything. And them can't believe, say, well then, the PMP, you know, because the PMP win election still. But we never talk about that. So that is that the rascal at 1.4 billion help them to stay in the power. Yeah, that them just buy out some of the seat them and people just greedy. And some of them now sorry. Those pieces of shit. Some of them sorry now. So them use the money, thief the election, and still in the power. Because the money make them still there. But the thing what them was aiming for is to wipe out the PMP party and make it be from 14 MP to 7 MP this time, or even less than 7. That was them aim. Uncle God can come off the cross and tell me son of that. That was them aim. So that's why them take the chance with this bus thing. But when it flood cloud start to react pound, you see, God name on the supper. Yeah. So hear this.
And last but not least, the Register General's Department. So there is nothing untoward, nothing being hidden. Once we realize that we have not tabled a report that is for an executive.
And don't forget, people, this is a video from over 2 years ago. And this is when the opposition did have only 14 MP against 49 MP. So that's something I dissect still, because if Mark Wallen and if they never really stand up strong, because they try everything to really drown down the PMP few MPs, you know. But them still stand up strong. And you have to give them the credit for that. And there's no joke about that. Yeah, man, so big them up for that.
Agency, we will do so immediately upon picking up the error. I am going to reiterate public bodies for the appreciation of many in Jamaica. Many do not understand why it is that one would pause to say that audits of public bodies should be verified to have been seen by the minister before such reports are tabled. I have been in the parliament almost 7 years. Public bodies are not audited like ministries, agencies, and departments annually, where the minister is expecting an audit, is expecting the permanent secretary to have a discussion. These public bodies are led by CEOs, executive directors, other forms of leadership and management that do not report directly to the minister on an ongoing basis. So it has not been a surprise to me to see ministers totally unaware, and if they are not at parliament on the day a report is laid, the media will actually have far more knowledge of the contents of the report than the minister in question. Allowing the minister a period of no more than 2 months to be able to review, consult with the agency the issues identified by the Auditor General, and also speaking with the Auditor General in the event that there are issues to rectify, does not prevent a minister who knows of the situation, who has already verified, who is aware, to table or come and say, Speaker, yes, I'm fine. I have reviewed, I've agreed with the Auditor General that I am now aware. They can literally table immediately if they'd like, 2 days, 3 days, on the next opportunity available. So the outside limit of 2 months is not a stipulation that we sit and wait for 2 months. We take the people's business very seriously, and we want to ensure that a minister who operates in the executive arm and who has a significant responsibility as well to abide by the laws as a legislator in here is aware when being questioned about the contents of any report that is under their area of responsibility. So we continue to await. I've checked. We have not gotten a response from the Attorney General as yet, up to now. And I'm sure they're seized of the importance of responding as it relates to public bodies. However, until then, we will continue to lay only the executive agencies and follow what we appreciate to be the law until otherwise instructed.
She go like she a bully, you know. What's her fucking face?
Madam Speaker, for the record, we see this matter fundamentally differently. We do not think the law provides for this up to 2 months hiatus after tabling for a minister to indicate whether or not he or she has seen it. The practice of the Auditor General is to send draft reports to the ministries for the attention of the Permanent Secretary so that the minister can be appraised of the issues before they are tabled, and opportunities are given to the public bodies to respond to any issues in the draft report before the report is finalized. We think that this situation we're now in, where after years and years of established practice and convention, the Speaker comes to her own view on the law and then decides to seek an opinion, in the meantime changing the conventional practice and delaying the tabling of reports on public bodies is quite inappropriate and wrong.
What order, man?
Register my strongest objection to this way of proceeding. And I can't understand why, in a matter of such fundamental importance, the Attorney General's chambers have not delivered this opinion to the Parliament. And I'm calling on them to do so without further delay.
You see, is that what I'm saying? No? They try everything when the PMP have 14 to bully them. And this when I come with something when I make no sense in that. She make up her own law. Just like a blood clot corrupted police, they go out there, so I will up on somebody and I fucking overstep them. And that she do. So me I say, well then, Bargwell is a lawyer. Even know him 10 times more than she. But them checks say, well then them could use bully tactics. Them try every fucking thing. So again, you have to big up Margolin from them time there, over 2 years ago. Else, he wasn't a pushover, you know. He wasn't a pushover. And this woman come with that bullies him. And that's why if project our own law. When in the statute book. You know, so she out hard and stink. Yo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I will
Out hard.
in a moment, Minister.
Watch her fucking face.
Further to say to
She don't like it, you know. Watch her come with something now.
for many, many, many years.
But she's still stubborn, you fuck, you know. Watch her bumble.
A report is not a report until it is final. And so, though the Auditor General may or may not have made available to the Minister a draft report, when the rubber hits the road, it is at what is called with the ministry, agency, department of government, public body, executive agency, though it may be, at that exit interview.
You know, something stubborn people when I go to school. I see that, you know.
To resolve issues that the Auditor General may have found to
You can't tell them nothing when I'm wrong.
Is not correct.
She tell a liar, say,
At that point to say, this issue, I can prove it should be removed from my report. You are at that point able to say, these
bully tactics ever use, you know.
I can prove to you this is where we are at the point of your exit interview. I can tell you my experience in the Parliament at least once. I asked the Permanent Secretary, and even at the point of the exit interview, the minister in question had no clue that the Auditor General was conducting an exit interview. So, opposition leader, I believe, separate and apart from the legal arguments, we must look back at exactly what is the process and paper trail.
You can't bypass the legal argument. The legal argument is a legal argument. And that you don't want to abide by.
And equally, when it is presented, that final report is presented to the minister, it is signed for as received by said minister, so that we know when time starts to run. The idea is not that you table first and for the minister to run around like a chicken without head, trying to respond.
But you're a chicken without fucking head. You don't know what you're chat about.
Member Vaz, you raised your hand.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much.
Hear this bullion now. Hear this bullion now, you know, because this is where them, and you how she treat them when them go over the top and things like that, and she don't really call for no rascal calm. You know, she just make them go on and go on and go on. And when the opposition speak, she interrupt them every so often she can. This nasty woman. Yo, let me tell you something, you know. Yo.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. I entered during the members' discourse with you in relation to the filing and tabling of reports. And I quickly inquired whether or not the member, leader of the opposition, had made any discourse or said anything in relation to his recent utterances on the political platform. Madam Speaker, I have a major issue. And I know that I speak for all well-thinking Jamaicans.
What is the procedure being followed by the
I
minister
speak
at
for
this
all
present
well-thinking
time?
Jamaicans.
On what basis
That
is
the
he on his
leader
feet?
of the opposition has no moral authority to get up in this parliament and speak about any issue until he clarifies. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. On a point of order, Madam Speaker. On a point of order.
You see, she really Anglo House. She really biased, you know. This is blood clot woman there, you know. This is not a government, and this is a party shop. They could never run like this in England, you know. Me don't know, you know. That's why I see them buy them way back in a parliament, in a power, because they don't want to lose the power and the fuckery. They don't want certain things come out. But you know, believe you me, you just look on the biases where go on, sir.
Madam Speaker. He, on a point of order, Madam Speaker.
You see, if a man, somebody raise on a point of order, she's supposed to hear what the point of order is about, you know. That's what they do in a parliament, English parliament. Once the person speak and somebody raise a point of order, he's supposed to stop talk. But he will keep on talking and talk because and she not tell him say, to sit down, you know. This is how the government run. What kind of blood clot house of speaker is this? Because she's supposed to tell him to sit down long time, balls. But he might talk and talk because a point of order is a point of order. By law, by the statutory book. So how she now rascal rebuke him and tell him, say, Mr. Valls, take your seat. Make sure you hear the point of order. If it's a point of order. But no, yeah.
Why are you all behaving like that over there? Relax. Madam Speaker.
Minister Vaz, would you be so kind as to turn your mic off?
Why, oh boy. These people.
Madam Speaker, with all due respect, the minister rose on a matter where we are talking about the Auditor General and the tabling of the reports. Right? What he is discussing right now has nothing, no bearing. If he wants to raise it, he can raise it at the end. If he wants to raise it. If he thinks that it is a matter of national concern. But it has no basis in what we are discussing right now, Madam Speaker. So I would ask you to...
And she make him get her with it.
In the proper way.
She make him get her with it.
Having the conversation about the
Madam
items that
Speaker,
were at.
Madam Speaker, just by way of clarification, the leader of the opposition did not speak on an agenda item when he sought privilege a while ago to ask a question in relation to a report. And so that was allowed. And so it is in the same context that I appreciate this response. No, that the speaker is allowing a member to make a comment within that same space, because the item on the agenda, the item on the
Pure
agenda
blood clot trick, them
was
blood clot
just
people, I
after
see.
announcement by the clerk. The item was announcement, and the clerk didn't announce anything to do with any tabled item. The speaker spoke to the issue after the leader appropriately asked his question, and there's no difficulty with that, Madam Speaker. It's quite admissible, allowable, and we are quite comfortable with it. In the same context, that a member can get up at a point like this to ask a question.
No, but a different thing in my ask. And I see it nothing to do with that. Only two bomber clot trick and thief.
No.
All this blood clot head Barkley.
Speaker, you're quite in order to rule the way you did.
I'm really happy that the member is not speaking through the mic. At no point in time would I want you to refer to the parliament in the way that you did. The opposition leader asked a question which I responded to and went into aspects of what is required by constitution and law in respect of the approach that we are taking going forward, and the decision by the speaker in being very convinced, having sought even legal advice within the parliament from legal counsel here, but from an abundance of caution is saying, I want to abide by the law and I am going to seek advice and counsel from the Attorney General's chamber. Every effort is being made to push that. I do not, as Speaker, want to even think about, nor would I have brought up the statement made by the opposition leader as I sit in the capacity as Member of Parliament in the seat that would have the dead vote. But I believe if a member stands up to speak on the same issue, as I allow the opposition leader to do, I can equally allow the minister to speak on the same issue, because it is one of equity and balance across the board. So I will allow you to finish, Minister Vaz, and then opposition leader, you may respond.
On a point of order,
Thank you very much.
I just want to...
Pure fucking biasness, you know. Why them people are really right. You see, that's why I said them don't want to really wipe out the PMP, you know. Them try everything from them time there. Yo.
The point of order is they must apologize to the nation. That's the point of order.
To the audit reports non-tabling under the when we were discussing announcements, because on the previous week there was a discussion and a tabling of the PICA report, and on the list of items tabled today under announcements, it did not include the National Works Agency report. And that is why I raised the issue under announcements. What Minister Vaz is seeking to do here is something totally unrelated to what we have been discussing in relation
and Gillette will us know that as well. This been blood clot people here, see, man.
It is most improper.
Fucking hell, boy.
It's an abuse of parliament.
She know that, you know, and she said she's a house speaker and she agree with something went wrong. Because of fear fucking member.
Speaker, let me just clarify that
she should stop it right there, so you know. She not do it.
Constitutional matters.
That could never happen in England. That look a nice woman, you see, man. That could never happen in England. You have to sit down.
Minister Vaz.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. No, I'll repeat. What and the reason why I have gotten up is because of the fact that the leader of the opposition got up to address matters that related to the Constitution. That's what got me. And I'm saying very simply that the decent, right thing to do, coming to the Parliament on the heels of that unfortunate statement, which is not theoretical or unfathomable, because it used to happen in the 70s. And that's why the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, which is named today, has done all these work over the decades to make sure that that is a thing of the past and is never brought back to the fore. So, Madam Speaker, I would have expected that
the leader of the opposition,
Constitutional
based
office.
on the position that he holds, constitutional position, the leader of a major political party, a member of parliament in his own right, would come in this house today and not hide behind a statement to say a joke he was making. Have the decency
What am I say?
and the respect. Get up,
You don't know what the word name respect mean. You nasty piece of shit balls.
apologize.
Yeah, yeah. Go and apologize to the fucking boss them.
Madam
Stinker.
Madam Speaker, I refer to a statement just today that I saw in the news media that says the opposition remains committed to upholding the Constitution and protecting the democratic value that our nation holds dear. His utterances go in full contrast to that statement. Madam Speaker, wrong can never be right.
Yeah,
Whether you hide behind it or you
Madam
don't hide
Speaker,
behind it.
Madam Speaker,
To the leader of the opposition
Madam
today,
Speaker,
and
I
a
rise.
member of parliament, that
Madam
he must
Speaker,
you saw by she is. It's a point of order. The man rise pan, you know. I should still make this blood clot man attack.
Speaker, with all due respect. No, no.
What a wicked people, my man.
Madam Speaker,
unacceptable in any
That's why I'm saying, you know what I want to mash up the PMP party.
point of order, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, no point of order.
point of order is you tell me to raise it.
Imagine a point of order and she make them fucking balls attack, and I tell him.
Member Phillips, take a seat.
What a fucking woman like this, man. Biased and wicked.
Get up, because I choose my words and my time very, very carefully. And I'm saying to you that I, as a member of
All due
parliament,
respect,
would
Madam
never
Speaker.
speak
No point of
against
order, Madam
and
Speaker.
allow business as usual.
Madam Speaker.
And do it now.
Madam Speaker.
Member Phillips, hold a moment. No, number one, unless your point of order is different from
Yeah,
the
I
point
know,
of
yeah.
order that you had before.
She try to change the rule as long as she go to.
It is better to have the minister
Why,
complete
oh
what he's saying,
boy.
because he's being allowed to do so. That has been the ruling. And after which, I saw Member Brownberg hold up her hand. She would also like to make a response. If you have a different point of order, go ahead. If it is the
Madam
same point
Speaker,
of order,
Madam
allow
Speaker.
Member Brownberg next.
Madam Speaker, with all due respect, you're allowing the parliament to descend into a circus.
Yeah, of course.
You are. Right? You are.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man, that's true.
The member himself.
The circus.
Members over here colluding with him. If the member has any proof, Madam Speaker, then he should get up with proof and say which members over here has been colluding with him to make that statement. He's said so. He said so, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, with all due respect. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker.
Call her girl speaker, not Madam Speaker. Girl speaker.
I believe we're being abused in here. And I believe
Madam Speaker,
that
I
it
am
is
on my
continued
feet.
a motion to sanction the leader of opposition is in order. Madam Speaker,
So she'll load them people up to talk. You see, I'm saying them, they want to really cripple the blood clot PMP party and them try everything.
Member Robertson,
should take his
Member
seat.
Caldwell, Member Phillips.
You know, everybody get it. This is fucking something. I mean, I understand this.
We are going to have to move a motion to sanction
Member
the
Robertson,
leader of the opposition.
Yeah.
Member Robertson.
And she's a speaker. Watch her.
No, I am asking that nobody else get up and address Madam Speaker. Everyone, please sit down.
So what you do? Shut up the fucking Robinson.
Marshall, please have all the members standing. Kindly take their seats.
Well, I mean, I tell you, say, no.
And turn off your mic, including
That woman is supposed to go on long time, you know. And this is the fucking big mistake the PMP make. Allow her to come back and the process about
I
it.
would love to be able to hear the discussion. I did not hear what Member Vaz had to say. I'm hearing a point being made by Member Phillips that I did not.
Man say she know hear Val say. I me hear everything Val say.
So I can understand the statement that was made. I'm still at a loss. Member Robertson, you cannot stand up to make a point without making it clear you are rising on a point of order, which I did not hear. Okay? So if you do not rise on a point of order, you cannot speak. And Member
So why you don't sanction him?
did not hear a thing that you had to say.
Why you don't sanction him? Because she want to hear it again, you know. You saw them play games.
I am going to say, please, for those who have already spoken, do not rise on a point of order again, because we have already heard you. Member Phillips,
Are you just saying a word what him say?
Brownberg wanted to say something.
The woman say she know hear a word what him say. I know she says we already heard you.
Did not expect to have this long debate.
But you say them people are bomb dunce.
Once we have allowed.
She just say she don't hear a word what him say, you know. And now she say she already heard you. Yo.
Start a conversation on applying the laws which are actually designed coming from the Constitution for aspects of what we are discussing here. I get your point. When the announcements were read last week, in announcements, I tabled a report. You started on a discussion of the report being tabled. You actually asked, and I responded to you. My response resulted in further discussions about the legitimacy of the Speaker's decision in applying and following the law, which resulted in Member Vaz determining that he needed to get up and discuss the legitimacy of you as opposition leader speaking as it relates to constitutional issues, having made a statement that seems to imply you want the dead to vote. And so the discussion has started. I have to be fair and balanced.
You don't know nothing about fear, woman. Go sit down.
So Member Phillips, Member Brownberg, Member Robertson, if he's in here still, yes, and then Member Vaz.
So she still want to hear from Roberts because they want to throw some fire upon PMP, you know.
Make the decision to move ahead.
It's a technical thing they might deal with.
While I have a chance to look at the reports that are currently in the registry as at this moment to ensure there are no outstanding reports that should be filed today that continue to wait until we resume Parliament after the break. So, Member Phillips, go ahead.
Madam Speaker, I rose on a point of order because the member over there made some allegations, right, on members on this side. And if it is that the member has proof in what he said,
PLM tell me.
said that members on this side colluded with him for him to make the statement that he is. And he needs to provide the proof or withdraw that forthwith, Madam Speaker. But at the same time, Madam Speaker, we're actually making a mockery of the Parliament.
Yeah.
Because we have seen.
I am going to ask you to stop right there.
I'm not withdrawing that.
I am going to ask you to stop
because,
right there.
Madam
No.
You are abusing your position there.
No.
Madam Speaker. You cannot behave like
Member Phillips, please take your seat. As far as take your seat.
Madam Speaker.
Take your seat.
Oh, Madam Speaker,
please
just like how you are going to have the other members be heard.
Please take your seat.
I would like to be heard
please
also.
Please take your seat.
Yeah, when I want to bomb a bully, who she think she is, man? She don't know what she's doing. I need to get rid of her.
Calling you to ask you to name the member.
No, I am going to. No, Member Phillips. Member Phillips. Unless you can show proof that I am not even-handed and balanced in allowing the same latitude to members on both sides of the House.
But we can't see it, we don't want to prove, we see it.
And I do not appreciate for a moment that you would want to make a statement in this honorable house.
Yeah, and you know honorable.
A circus.
It's a fucking circus.
Please desist
I burn it, burn her, you know.
such statements. It is not necessary.
Don't withdraw nothing, man.
To make your point. I heard you very clearly. And repeat it again. I am going to ask the marshal to name you.
Yeah. Me say them try everything, you know, because they want to blood clot, get rid of the PMP. And yes, it start from.
Saying that you should get up and complete your statement. So balance has been given and latitude given.
You see, when the truth burn her, them fucking I'm like it. It's a circus they run.
So do not stand there and abuse the speaker.
Yeah. And you abuse people every fucking day. I should have had blood clot in a parliament, you know.
The leader of the opposition.
What did that woman them on? She abused people every day, you know.
Responding to the comments he made on the platform. Right? The leader of the opposition is not running away from facing whatever it is to face him. But Madam Speaker, the leader of the opposition rose on a matter to deal with the announcements, but also in a matter that the Speaker and yourself said that you have been waiting on a response from the Attorney General. It is in the right of the leader of the opposition to ask if that opinion has been brought to.
And he didn't ask that question.
He did ask the question. You can look back.
What's your fucking face, man?
Right?
But never see a house speaker behave like this, a woman, you know. Like she there in her bedroom.
The issue has to deal with governance. Madam Speaker, the issue has
But she don't know what she's doing.
And we are behaving in this house.
She was planting there.
We have something to hide from the public.
Yeah.
Every time that we come, something changed. That we can't table reports.
Yeah.
You can imagine that there are more reports that is here at the house waiting to be tabled.
If you notice.
I'm asking the question.
No, you don't need to ask the question.
But Madam Speaker,
you do not need to ask the question.
So watch her fucking face and burn her, you know.
No, you don't need to repeat. Anything you have said, I've heard very clearly.
Yes,
once you're going to repeat, you need to take a seat.
And it ought not to be so, Madam Speaker.
Yeah, tell her, put it to them, man, you know what I mean?
No, number one. Number one,
what?
Number one, I didn't hear the opposition leader ask anything about.
So, you know, you hear everybody here.
Let me finish speaking, please. Let me finish speaking. I didn't hear him ask the question. I know the question was asked last week. It was asked last week.
Man, lie to you, man. Just like her husband.
In my statement, I made two statements.
Lie just like her husband.
Now alleging erroneously in your comment they weren't made. So I would like you to open your ears. Number one, I said, number one, I said that I am going to take the time while all the individuals are speaking to go through all the reports that are here in Parliament to verify that all reports that should be laid are rightly laid. That was number one. I sent to the registry and I asked them to.
You know, once she a quarrel, you know.
That has reached the Parliament and I
she can't talk with a little somber mood.
Nothing is being hidden. We are extremely transparent.
Yeah.
Number two. Number two. I went as far as the discussion having received an opinion because the question was asked last week. And up to the start of Parliament, I still am not seized of such an opinion. Now, whether or not you think it is appropriate that the opposition leader and members of the opposition side are allowed to conduct themselves in a way that they are free to get up and to ask questions and to further lead into discussions on constitutional issues, the opposition leader opened the floodgates to being questioned on his authority as opposition leader, making statements that do not abide by the Constitution. And I am compelled, and I am compelled not to make these long statements. I actually am someone of very few words. I am not interested in being up here speaking. I allow the members to speak, and you speak to each other and to the nation respectfully. So I am going to ask Member Brownberg to speak if she still so desire. Please.
Yeah, Madam Speaker, thank you very much for acknowledging me.
Yeah, what is the man of face? What body language, man? The one of fucking body language is a disgrace.
And a decision that was made before and what is
Disgrace.
I humbly submit that the question on which member was wrote had nothing to do with issues in the past.
Yeah, we know that.
Madam Speaker, time and time again, individuals have said things on the political platform.
She allowed them to do it and not fucking rebuking them.
No one sought to bring into this parliament whether or not everywhere garbage the PNP live. Nobody sought to bring.
And it was a lie, but I can't answer to the parliament. However, if you bring it up, if you bring it up in here, I will also answer you in the parliament.
That the member was out of order to have brought it, and I also want to submit that the member.
I tell you, I want disgrace, you know. I look at Bigfoot blood clot, woman.
You allowed the leader of opposition to make the statement, and therefore you can't talk about him opening the floodgates. Because if he opened it, then so did you by agreeing to him for him to speak.
Yeah, of course, simple as that.
That we need to use a bully pit.
I'm on a little Jezebel anyway. Fucking asshole.
You are not going to get members on the opposition benches to be quiet, because if we get up and ask a question, there are members who are going to operate in the way member was.
Yeah, bulliness. Bullyism.
So come and try again. It's not going to work.
Yeah, not going to blood clot work.
Member Brownberg, I can see that you use the protection of the parliament, and I will not even entertain or engage you. I have other places that I will be able to respond to you as it relates to the lie you just told. However, I will say to you, having allowed the opposition leader to get up and ask his question is absolutely an indication of the opposite of what you're saying. The opposition leader, someone on the opposition benches, at notification announcements, got up, asked this question. That wasn't the issue. He went further into a discussion, and I'll repeat, that resulted in Member Vaz raising to his feet, rising to challenge the statement made. Member Robertson, Member Vaz, and then House Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it has been reported
Pay blood clot, Banana Republic this.
Constitutionally recognized member of this house has made comments that we believe on this side will at a later date, a later time, may give reason for us to rise a sense of motion. We believe the comments go far against our Constitution, our laws, and I believe at this point, the decent thing to do is for me to call on him to make an apology.
Go and fuck yourself and fuck up.
Personally, Madam Speaker,
Go make an apology.
in this house, I believe that he has to be more responsible on his platforms or what the utterances of individuals on his platform.
It's a piece of shit attack, no morals, you know.
We don't want to see our country taken back to the days
Yeah.
where our electoral process
Yo.
is suspected. Madam Speaker, I do believe that his attitude in here is wrong.
Yeah.
The comments on the that I have heard,
Truth bite, you know.
but I will not repeat.
Truth
I will
bite,
wait
you
on
know.
that motion at a later time to deal with it, because I believe he needs to be a lot more responsible on his platforms. I now call on him to rise and to withdraw those comments made in East Rural St. Andrew and to apologize to this nation. Thank you.
Members.
Darrell Vaz or James Robertson has no moral authority to ask someone to apologize. They must sit down. Sit down.
To the point that I made originally.
Darrell Vaz, you need to sit down.
Discussion, debate, that the office of the leader of the opposition, a constitutional position, a leader of a major political party, and a colleague member of parliament elected by the people to represent the people. That his comments has brought definitively those three offices into disrepute. Undebatable. I would have thought, based on the position that he holds, that the first thing that he would have done in this honorable house is to get up and deal with it frontally, as a leader should, whether they are wrong or they are right. The second point is that without him doing that, for him to get up and speak on anything constitutional or anything else in this parliament, that he has no moral authority to do so. So that is strike two. And lastly, I, like the member from West St. Thomas, urge him, because it's never too late, and it's not too late, to do the right thing.
Yeah.
There is people on this side, there's people on that side, there's people who support this side, there's people who support that side, and there are independent thinkers that are appalled at his content on Sunday night, regardless of whether it is on a political platform or not. That type of discourse and those type of comments, as I said before, Madam Speaker, it is not theory that he's talking about. It's something that has dogged the political system from in the 70s. So it's not something that he's not aware of while he made the comment. It's not something read about or something dream about. It is real life politics in Jamaica decades ago. And that to me is the most important part. And I'm saying, without getting into any contention, because this is not a contentious matter. This is a matter of principle and morals. Nothing else. Nothing else. And I am saying that I feel so strongly about it as a member of parliament in this house, that if he does not do it, we will move to follow the processes to censure him and have a censor motion move, because it is fundamental to democracy. So, Madam Speaker, they can snowball it, they can smoke and screen it. Right is right. And nobody other than the member
What you know about right?
knows it, because he is a qualified lawyer, eminent lawyer in his own right. And therefore, he knows within himself that what he did was wrong. And what he must do is be man enough and responsible enough to get up and right the wrong. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
House Leader, would you like to make a comment in wrapping up this discussion,
Madam
House Leader?
Madam Speaker, I beg to move. Madam Speaker, I beg to move for the recommittal of a statement by ministers, so as to allow the Minister of Education to make a statement at this time. May it please you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, and in the same context, I beg to move that the agenda will then follow par pursue as was stated.
Thank you, House Leader. Statement by ministers. Those in favor? Those against? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Minister, I'm hearing the opposition calling for copies of your statement.
Madam Speaker, it's been circulated. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to report to this Parliament that Cabinet has considered and approved the expanded staff structure consisting of 832 additional posts that were identified in the post audit conducted by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service for the University of Technology. Cabinet also approved the current operational pay plan that is being utilized by the University of Technology, Jamaica, consequent on its increased responsibilities and program offering since it was conferred with university status in 1995. I know as well that UTech is in talks with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service regarding the compensation review, the university being 100% government-owned. Madam Speaker, for background, on September 1, 1995, the then College of Arts, Science and Technology CAST was conferred with university status and renamed the University of Technology, Jamaica. The University of Technology, Jamaica Act was subsequently approved by Parliament on June 8, 1999, and signed by the then Governor General on June 29, 1999. As a result of its new university status, the UTech Jamaica Act, requirements of the University Council of Jamaica, and requests made by the Government of Jamaica, UTech made several upgrades to its programs and structure consistent with its mandate to support national development through the provision of first-grade higher education. Adjustments in the staff structure would have also been the result of UTech's response to the requests of Government of Jamaica at various times to develop and or implement programs needed to support national imperatives. This includes the request made in 1999 and supported by Cabinet Decision number 91/99 dated March 15, 1999 that mandated that the general training of health professionals be transferred from the Ministry of Health to the Ministry of Education, with the management and implementation of the training program to be undertaken by UTech Jamaica. Subsequent to this decision in 2008, the training program for registered nurses was also transferred to UTech by virtue of license and transfer agreement. In 2014, further to the 2008 decision, the Ministry of Health transferred the remaining training programs for midwifery, direct entry and post-basic, and critical care and nurse anesthetics programs, granting UTech Jamaica full responsibility for the training programs. A memorandum of understanding underpinned this agreement between the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Ministry of Education and Youth, and UTech Jamaica. The MOU clearly outlined that UTech Jamaica was being asked to complete the training of existing students who were already being trained by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and to engage new cohorts to prevent a gap in the supply of nurses to the workforce. In addition, UTEC would have responded to requests to support the training of dentists by taking responsibility for the Government of Jamaica's dentistry and dental auxiliary program, and public health workers by taking responsibility for the West Indies School of Public Health. In both instances, UTEC was not only asked to take responsibility for the programs, but to expand them to increase the number of persons available for deployment to the health sector. Madam Speaker, UTEC Jamaica has distinguished itself as a dynamic higher education institution, consistently playing its part in ensuring that the higher education landscape in Jamaica is able to respond to emerging needs in the labor market. While the university would have expanded into some non-technology areas over time, significant strides have been made in developing and implementing programs designed to ensure that the workforce is ready to access and capitalize on new and growing industries in the job market. Such strides are particularly evident in the engineering and information technology programs that the university has developed and expanded in recent years, as well as through the modification and upgrading of several programs to ensure that students are being prepared to capitalize on the growing global shared service sector. Madam Speaker, the increase in offerings to meet national needs and to increase access to tertiary education has realized a growth in UTEC student population from approximately 6,000 in 1995 to 11,792 in academic year 2021-22. The increased program size and number of students necessitated over time the engagement of additional staff and change of certain operational models for the institution to serve its clients and stakeholders. In order to determine whether the staff complement that UTEC started with and has expanded on was justified, an assessment of the number of programs offered by the respective faculties and the student population was undertaken. Program lists were cross-checked against data obtained from independent sources, including the University Council of Jamaica. Madam Speaker, the Ministry of Education and Youth engaged in a process of reviewing international and local standards, as well as guidelines and international trends relating to teacher-student ratios for higher education in order to evaluate the adequacy of the staff employed to the various faculties and programs. The process yielded the following information. The university offered 117 programs across 9 faculties. On average, 12,421 students were registered in the 117 programs. 909 staff served the 9 faculties with approximately 500 academic staff facilitating the delivery of the university's programs. The average ratio of academic staff to students across the university was 1 to 26, and an additional 505 staff members were employed to serve departments critical to the effective administration of the institution. Having taken the data gathered into consideration, the Ministry of Education and Youth considered that the staff complement was adequate for the university's number of programs and its student population based on the distribution of staff, academic, administrative, the levels of staff members in place were adequate. Madam Speaker, the Ministry of Education and Youth found that staff engaged to support delivery of their respective programs were suitably qualified based on international standards and criteria 6 of the UCJ accreditation manual, which requires staff to have qualifications at least 1 level above the program they are delivering. And so, Madam Speaker, the Ministry of Education and Youth obviously supports the request of UTEC for approval of the expanded staffing structure. Madam Speaker, granting the institution university status would have required that UTEC make changes to its staffing, its programs, and facilities to satisfy accreditation requirements, which would allow it to compete locally and internationally by satisfying established international standards and guidelines for universities. Consequent on its expanded program, Madam Speaker, and the increase in the student population, UTEC Jamaica also had to increase the number of technical staff engaged to manage expanding library facilities, provide technical support to labs, and maintain the expanded physical staff. Madam Speaker, this has been a long-standing issue for UTEC over its history since 1995. I am extremely delighted that this government has taken the steps necessary to regularize the staff structure, giving confidence and certainty to a situation that has been allowed to meander since 1995. Madam Speaker, there's still more work to be done, but this government is committed to ensuring expanded access to tertiary education for our students. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, could the Minister indicate what costs to the taxpayers of the country the additional posts will be, and the upgrading of those posts, and the adjustments based on the government's compensation review?
Member, these posts, these 800...
Minister, if you would be so kind, please note the question asked by the member and allow the opposition spokesperson to speak first, and then you respond.
Madam Speaker, I welcome this statement being made by the Minister in terms of the support to UTEC and facilitating the restructuring and all of that. I think it is indeed important for UTEC to have the proper funding to be able to sustain the work that it is doing, and as an option in terms of post-secondary education for young Jamaicans and others. I have just a couple of questions, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I know that UTASA has been seeking a meeting with the minister to discuss a number of issues, including some of what which you would have addressed just now. I wanted to know if a meeting has been had based on how the discussions of the issues that have now been resolved. It has led to frustration on the part of faculty there, affected students, student morale, and all of what is happening. And I believe it became so problematic that there has been in the public domain quite a bit of conversation about what is happening. I'd love to get an update from the minister, one about any meeting with UTASA, and also about whether or not there is the kind of discussion between herself as minister, the administration, and the union to ensure that we really not just throw money at it, but that we resolve all the other issues that are important to the smooth and effective program delivery at UTEC.
She's asking to repeat the question.
Sorry. The questioner is asking is what is the cost of the taking on the additional posts, the upgrading of the posts, and the restructuring to be in line with the government's compensation review. The cost to the taxpayers of those adjustments.
Thank you, member.
All right, in terms of the cost of the additional 832, recall that in my statement, what I outlined was that since UTEC came into existence, you've had these issues where they've taken on the School of Nursing, the School of Dentistry, School of Midwifery, all of that, without going through the process of the necessary approvals for these posts. So you've had persons working without having the approved posts. So this is to regularize that for those persons who exist currently and have been working at the UTEC. Right. And with regards to the restructuring.
So you're saying there's no additional cost to the government for
this particular exercise.
And
right,
equally for the compensation review, bringing people up based on the compensation review. There must be. Because
so hold on. So this is step one in this process where you've had an entity that was created and told to bring on different faculties. But the process of regularizing and ensuring that they have the proper staff complement was not done. So this is that process that we just went through. That's step one. The next step would be to move on with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to go through the compensation review as other entities have done. And then with regards to your question, member, the issues about the union, yes, there have been many issues at UTEC. This was one of the big ones that needed to be resolved in order for us to now move on to dealing with all the others. So meetings are going to happen now with the union.
Madam Speaker, if you just allow me to ask one question. Does this also include the retitling of the Vice President? Was this part of this phase? What that was suggested? That too has been in the public domain, which is why I asked.
No, member, this does not include that. This just deals with what exists, trying to regularize that.
House Leader. Right. More statements by ministers. At this time, I would still like to go back first to announcements to facilitate the tabling of reports that I am seeing recently. Clark. House Leader, would you like to ask for recommittal just for announcements?
I did indicate for recommittal of all the items for you to proceed.
Those in favor? Those against? The ayes have it. Clark?
Also laid on the table of the House today are copies of the interim report of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee on its deliberations on the annual report of the Integrity Commission 2022-2023. Certified appropriation accounts for the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, head 20,000B, capital B for the financial year 2018-2019. Certified appropriation accounts for the Management Institute of National Development, it's 16,049 recurring.
House Clark, Juliet Wellness plot and get rid of her, you know, because the woman was so neutral. She not take no side. And then she bring it, poor me, I tell it to blood clot, you know.
20,000B, capital B, for the financial year 2018-2019. Certified appropriation accounts for the Management Institute of National Development, it's 16,049 recurrent for the financial year 2019-2020. Certified appropriation account for the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service for head 20,000 recurrent for the financial year 2018-2019. Certified appropriation accounts for the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service head 20,000A, capital A, for the financial year 2018-2019. The certified appropriation account for head 4,000, Ministry of Labor and Social Security, for the financial year 2009 to 2010, and annual report 2015-2016 for the National Works Agency. And last but not least, performance audit, managing the main road network, from the Auditor General's Department.
So for the abundance of transparency and clarity, all reports sitting for executive agencies have been laid. The ones for public bodies I have returned, two of which are no longer operational. If you would like to know the names of them, I am happy to do so. There is one report that I am in abeyance because I know the Senate laid. I recall that Integrity Commission that sent back for it, so I'm really not so sure where this report is at. I would like to do some further checks to see if anything came back. It came back. Because that, I'm not sure.
It came because we dealt with it this morning. Yes, it's one of the 7 that we dealt with this morning. Yes.
So if it came back, in which case I would want to table this report as well. So before we move on to the next item, let me just read the list of those reports received, not yet tabled, for the benefit of the House. Montego Beach 1975 Limited, annual report for 2014-15. FinSac Limited, annual report for 2022. Financial institutions.
And all now the FinSac can't release. Why them people have play some Dalios, blood clot, game and government, you know. I don't understand these people. Pure gimmicks.
Service Limited, annual report for 2022, and Factories Corporation of Jamaica, annual report for 2016. These are public bodies and would be treated as such until further notified. As it relates to the Integrity Commission report on, let me say, AAJ and NMIAL.
Madam Speaker, may I give a little guidance on that? Madam Speaker, the report having been tabled in the upper house is deemed to be tabled, and it was referred to my committee, and we dealt with it today, a report of which I will give a little later on. May it please you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, just clarity. The 4 you named are annual reports. They're not reports from either the Auditor General or the Integrity Commission. They're from Integrity? No, they're just annual reports. Those are just annual reports.
They're just annual audit reports. This is an extra.
She a play blood clot don't see my blood clot people. I'm too fuck.
So just
Madam
for
Speaker,
clarity,
just for clarity, the reports which you tabled a while ago,
Pay crap with my dealing on
all
generalship, you
reports
know.
will eventually be read by the clerk of the House in terms of a report. So for good order, yes, in announcement.
Absolutely, which is why I recommitted announcements. I would have used the opportunity during statement by Minister to go through, as previously indicated, all the reports that are currently in or at the register of the Parliament. The only one, as I said, I was a bit unsure about is the report on NROC because on First Rock.
Rock Finsack, you say.
Because
You want to say Finsack? No, she said First Rock.
already, so
But a blood clot don't say, my man.
is providing clarification.
She just said Finsack, you know. And now she say Rock.
So I will move on to the next item, which is
See them a try to play games, tell lies, and they get catch out. So them couldn't manage your position.
Papers.
You think they couldn't just trample them and walk on them.
Committees.
Madam Speaker, I beg to lay on the table of the House a copy of the interim report of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee on its deliberations on the annual report of the Integrity Commission 2022 to 23.
Notices of motions given orally.
Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice that at the next meeting of the House,
Yeah, this is a nasty one. You hear him by this man.
a first time, a bill short entitled, The Constitution Amendment of Sections 96.1 and 121.1 Act 2023. Madam Speaker, I further beg to give notice that at the latest stage today, I will move for the suspension of the standing orders to enable me to take first reading and second reading of the bill, and also for me to take it through all its concluding stages.
Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice that at the next meeting of the House, I'll move to introduce and have read a first time a bill shortly entitled the Financial Administration and Audit Amendment Number 2 Act 2023.
Next item. Nothing else.
At a later point, we will. Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice that at the next meeting of the House, I will move the following motion. Be it resolved that the interim report of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee in its deliberations on the annual report of the Integrity Commission 2022-23, which was laid on the table of the House on the 25th day of July 2023, be approved, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, at a later stage today, I will move for the suspension of the standing order to enable me to take this motion.
Thank you, House Leader. Questions and answers to questions?
Madam Speaker, this is the third time I'm rising on this issue. There are 6 questions from members on this side that are overdue, some 3 months, some 4 months. I've asked repeatedly for questions to be answered in a timely fashion. The Parliament allows 21 days, and routinely we have reached that with no response from the House Leader or the persons who are to answer the question. We are going on recess today, and so these are questions that may not be answered until September. Is really not an acceptable way for the business of the House to be run.
House Leader.
Madam Speaker, the member is in his right to ask the appropriate or make the inquiry about the answers to his questions, and it's quite correct. Madam Speaker, but it is unfair for the member to say that he has not heard any responses when he makes inquiries. Because on the last occasion when the inquiry was made, we did indicate that that they will be answered. And Madam Speaker, they in fact will be answered. And the member knows they will be answered.
Even though they know they will be answered.
House, over the last weeks, Madam Speaker, and a number of incidents and activities that have overtaken that. But the member will have his questions answered. And there's no question about it. It will be answered. It will be answered, Madam Speaker.
You know, play a game all the way, eh? Take a domino game this.
Motions that may be made at the commencement of public business requiring notice, motions relating to the sitting of the House, motions for leave to introduce bills. Presentation of bills without leave of the House first obtained.
Madam Speaker, I now move for the suspension of the standing orders to enable me to take the first reading of the bill, notice of which I gave earlier.
Those in favor?
Madam Speaker, I just want to speak on that motion.
Those against?
Before you put the motion, I'd like to speak on it. Madam Speaker, the bill which the Minister is giving notice of reading on is a constitutional amendment. We are totally against the way that the government is proceeding with this matter, where they're seeking to amend the Constitution by legislation that is being tabled today without any prior consultation, either with the opposition
Fucking out of orders.
Reform Committee on this.
Out of orders.
And not only are they tabling it today, but my understanding based on one or more versions of the notices of this day's proceedings, because we had several notices flying around this morning, the last of which excluded this.
That's a man, not them time then, over 2 years ago, they were trying to think they're going to run over upon the PMP them easily. If Mark Wally never stand up, they must have pushed through and come with them trickery and things like that. So you see, and that's why I play about that video here, you know, because 14 against 49, them things say, well, then them couldn't just take them time and roll over them. Yeah. And you see it right now. All of the Constitution, rascal, something they're not going away, you know. Now it's worse. Because we are 28, not 14 again. So the table take time a turn. Don't worry. So, you know.
From the notice. But nevertheless, we're seeing it being taken today. But the notice that included a reference to it, which was not the last one, indicated it would be not only tabled but taken today through its stages. Madam Speaker, this concerns a provision dealing with the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Auditor General, and to do with the tenure of the holders of those constitutional offices. We are strongly against an attempt to address a desire to have an incumbent individual holder of either of those offices have their tenure extended by a constitutional amendment, which is going to be a permanent amendment. That is not the way in which these things should be dealt with. The appointment of the DPP and the decision to extend the tenure of the DPP's office, which the Constitution says has to be agreed before the person's 60th birthday, those are matters on which the government is obliged to consult with the opposition on. Here we are having legislation tabled to amend the Constitution of the country with no prior consultation.
Fucking out of these people, man. That's what I say.
It is irregular. It is
if the 14 of them never stand up strong. Yo.
And we intend to vote against it. We intend to vote against it for those reasons. And we also will be taking legal advice as to whether what is happening here is
Yeah.
constitutional.
Yeah.
Our advice is that it is not. We shall take the matter to court. And we will also be reconsidering our participation on the Constitutional Reform Committee, because that committee has been set up to address constitutional reform. It is being bypassed by this legislation being brought here for whatever reasons and being rushed through this parliament.
Fucking out of order.
The process of constitutional reform underway, and where that process has not had the opportunity to even consider this matter. It's a very sad state of affairs, and we want to register our strongest possible protest against what is happening. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Opposition Leader.
Yeah, man. So you see, Mark Golden Sun so strong. So that me I try to say, you know. So that me I say, when the PMP was only 14 MP against 49, to be truthful, them ride out the storm because the JLP come to crash them, you know, smoothly and neatly. I want to rush through things, delay things and things like that and come with some pretty talk and things like that. They never expect Mark Golden to intervene right there, so you know, because them check say, well, then, oh, they never like a smooth run. But them get a bomber-clad blow. Like a boom drop on them. Yeah, man. It's like a boom drop on them. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, it's like a boom drop on them. Because people don't just use them head and go through like it's well coordinated, you know. Our speaker, Ed Barkley, sneaking, and him do, yeah, I tell you something, they have Delroy truck. These people know what them do. Them try to crack me say again, you know, that them try to do. And boy, it never really work mentally and physically. Them a try to fucking get rid of the PMP completely. Because if them to get them way, right? Got them start from them time, you know. If you see what go on, you know. PMP might not have 7 or less than 7 MP left. So right now, that's a well then everything the GLP want to get through, want to get through smoothly because them can't win by rascal law, them gonna win by corruption. Because them corrupting everywhere. Yeah. They corrupting everywhere. So big up Mark Golden for that. Stand up, tall and strong. Yeah, man, stand up, blood clot, tall and strong. Pan them. And that was a good rascal outcome. They never expect that, you know. They never expect that at all. So right, so now, that was something where me rate, you know. And that's all it is. So we out and running, out and gunning, out.
A big sound, I play a big tune. Ja holy Emmanuel, I woy. Ja Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go busting out them head again. So much oppression, poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy where come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from me tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon, well, the Gideon go busting out them head. I listen, I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we know war, no devil philosophy. Not until color of a man's skin is abnormal, significant, well, to the color of his eye. Remember all the war long in 1935.
This is Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan. Good, healthy food with the X Factor. So give it a like, share, subscribe, and touch up that notification bell. And that is it. Look at that.
On Sticky Stucky TV. If your finger is not sticky, subscribe. But if your finger sticky, do not subscribe on Sticky Stucky TV. Big up yourself, Keith Gargan. Straight.